Yo, what it do, everybody? This your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. This is episode 16 of the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. How everybody doing out there? I'm glad you guys have chosen me to listen to me again this week here on the podcast. I want to shout out all my listeners that's joining me here this week on the podcast from all over the United States, the UK, man, Germany, Newport, and everywhere. I appreciate everybody that's been joining me and continue to join me on this journey here on the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Yeah, we got some wrestling to get into this week here on the podcast, you guys. But before we dive into that, man, just want to let everybody know, you guys, if you follow me on the 1130 podcast Facebook page, as you may know, I advertised the guest, my man, Sin. He's one half of Capital Vice. His tag team partner is called Money, Sin and Money. Dope tag team, but unfortunately, with certain circumstances, Sin was supposed to be here on the podcast with me this week. We do not have him, but in the near future, we will reschedule a date, you guys know. But this episode here is going to be a good one. So put your seatbelt on if you're on your way to work, if you're about to lay down to bed, or wherever you at. Like I said, in the world, I'm just glad you chose to join me here on the podcast this week. Just talk some wrestling, man. It's a big week we're leading in here too. Like I said, it's Thursday here. I'm recording each and every Thursday. The 1130 podcast comes out, you guys. So don't forget to subscribe to the 1130 podcast. Leave a 5-star rating, leave a comment. Follow the 1130 podcast on all social media platforms, and follow and subscribe to the 1130 podcast on YouTube, you guys. But we're gonna dive all into some wrestling, man, because it's quite of a big weekend we're leading into. It is SummerSlam weekend, you guys. SummerSlam is going down this Sunday, you guys. I'm very, very, very interested into see what's the outcome of SummerSlam. We all know that tomorrow night, this Friday on SmackDown, is going to be the ThunderDoom episode of WWE's, first state-of-the-art whole thing like that, with a whole bunch of LED boards. It's supposed to be spectacular. SummerSlam was reported to be on a boat, you guys, cruise or a boat or whatever. So Triple H said in his meeting that the boat idea was a great idea, but once the WWE universe sees the state-of-the-art, fan performance, getting involved with the whole Thunderdome, the fans will understand. So we're going to see that tomorrow night on SmackDown. I'm pretty stoked. It's going to be live. It's going to be the first live SmackDown in a while. So that's going to be pretty cool, you guys. So I want to know your guys' thoughts on the whole Thunderdome. But you guys, we're going to talk about all that and more coming up here on the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. But I think the news, you guys, for me that I want to go ahead out and talk about is, I guess, the stalker of Sonya Deville. Once I found this out and I heard and read this news, you guys, I was like, wow. Like, really, wow. Like, this whole storyline between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville is kind of proof in the pudding to everything. And my point, even though it's just story and what happened to Sonya Deville is very, very real, but it's just a proof in the pudding to Mandy Rose and a little bit to WWE, but not even just a little bit, is that Sonya Deville is way over, way over than Mandy Rose. We know what Mandy Rose is. She's a bikini winner. She's beauty. She's beautiful. She's a blonde. we get that. And that's what Vince McMahon loves. That's what the WWE, they love. But Sonya Deville is way, way over. We in this new stage, and we need them type of women to be pushed, but not to jump away from the subject. I mean, the main topic. But man, oh man, it was a guy arrested, you guys, for stalking and planning to kidnap Sonya Deville. Like, really? And like I was just saying, you guys, my first thought was Sonya Deville? Like, he wasn't planning to kidnap, or, it's not a good thing, you guys. Not at all. And I'm not saying, one is better than the other, but damn it, he didn't plan to kidnap or, whatever to Mandy Rose, but yet Sonya Deville. That's wild. And nothing against her, man. Shout out to the LGBTQ, all the letters, shout out to them. I love everybody. Sonya Deville, I remember when she came on Tough Enough, when I believe not too long ago, I think it was the Tough Enough where Velveteen Dream was on there. And yeah, that Tough Enough was very, very interesting. by the lead. That was the last Tough Enough. But man, oh man, all my prayers go out to Sonya Deville. I hope she's doing very, very well, and I hope she bounced back from this and kick Mandy ass at SummerSlam. I understand, Mandy, you're very beautiful and everything like that, but I'm going with my girl Sonya Deville. So shout out to Sonya Deville. Other news here, before we recap some wrestling, AEW, you guys. AEW is going down this Saturday live on TNT, of course. Well, of course. Yeah, right after the NBA games at 6 p.m. Eastern time, or, whenever the NBA games end, they don't never end the time they say they're going to end. But it's going to be a great, great Dynamite. Not only that, you guys, another good news that's coming out of AEW, you guys, is that AEW will go live next Thursday on TNT with Dynamite, but it will have fans, you guys. It will have fans, 10% capacity. So, me, I Googled it. The capacity for the Daily Play Center is 5,500 people. 10%, 500, you guys. So that's 500 with the whole coronavirus distance safety policy. Is very, very going to be interesting to see this. And of course, I'm pretty sure they're going live next Thursday is because of the whole NBA playoffs and stuff like that. Go Lakers. But that's going to be very, very interesting to see. That's going to be very, very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. But like I was saying, Saturday Night Dynamite's coming up. We're going to have Cody going one-on-one with Brody Lee, and the TNT Championship will be on the line. We got so many great dope matches coming up this Saturday on Dynamite on TNT. It's crazy. 6 p.m. Eastern. No, I'm not getting paid to advertise for them. No, I'm not. But the crazy thing is, you guys, man, we got Takeover 30 this Saturday, and it's starting at 7 p.m. With a kickoff a little early though. But you guys, though, I know some of you guys are really, really, really big AEW fans, and I don't blame you. I was at the first AEW here in Washington, D.C., and man, it was bonkers. It was crazy, though. Wasn't expecting Jake Yeager to be the, I guess, main surprise at the end to have everybody wild, but I haven't felt any energy in an arena like that in my life. I've been to a lot of WWE events, but that energy in that building was different. It was just, everybody was on their toes. It was just something different, you guys. It was really something different. So, man, can't wait to see what's going to happen at Dynamite this coming Saturday. And also, you guys, like I was saying, NXT Takeover. Man, that's going to be a hard choice for those who are big fans. Which one you guys want to choose? It's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting, you guys. But you guys, man, ThunderDoom, man. What do you guys think of that? Big old LED boards. The first thing I thought of when they said this was the whole NBA playoffs and how the whole NBA, that's going on right now with the whole virtual fans and stuff. And they talking about it's going to be a bunch of LED boards. They're going to use drones. Pyrotechnics is going to be involved. And for the foreseeable future, the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida, is going to be the mainstay of WWE TV tapings featuring Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, pay-per-views, etc. NXT will continue to stay at Full Sail University because of the contract that NXT has with Full Sail. So, but it doesn't rule out that NXT will take place at an Amway Center event in the foreseeable future. But yeah, man, that's gonna be crazy, man. That's gonna be crazy. But the ThunderDome, you guys, of course, continues. It continues this Sunday. This Sunday, you guys, SummerSlam. Are you excited for SummerSlam? I know I am. I really am. I really am, man. I'm excited for Dominic. Now, the way the Monday Night Messiah beat the crap out of Dominic Mysterio last week on Monday Night Raw was crazy. With the help, a little help with Murphy, I thought it was mad. It was sick. That first 30 minutes opening up Monday Night Raw, and then the ending was dope with Randy Orton and Ric Flair going back and forth and the whole punt and everything. But that was just crazy. As far as Seth Rollins and Dominic Mysterio, that's the match I'm looking for. And also Randy Orton, and we got Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. I'm going with my man Drew McIntyre. I don't want Randy Orton to win it, and it's okay, man. Like the greats, Undertaker, he won. Yeah, I don't have it written down right here though, but Undertaker he wasn't a 10-time WWE champion. The Rock was an 11-time WWE champion. Stone Cold neither. The list goes on. Shawn Michaels, Kane. Kane only won the WWE, not World Heavyweight. Kane only won the WWE Championship one time in his whole entire career. So it's like, these guys, I understand. Yeah, it's cool. And you look at other sporting, but this is WWE. Now, come on. Now, it's cool that a lot of, you can say Wilt Chamberlain in the NBA. He only got like 11 rings, man? You ain't got 11 fingers. So it's like, come on. Let's just be original. Ric Flair is a 16-time world champ. Now we got the follow cat the WWE want to put on the bandwagon, John Cena. Now he's 16-time world champ. So what? Like Randy Orton is going to match Triple H record? In my opinion, you guys, man, Randy Orton has been killing it this year. He's been doing his damn thing. He does not need to be the WWE champion. And you guys, we know how the internet works. It's 2020. So shit gets out there, you guys. Excuse my language, though. But it gets out there. Rumors get out there. And the rumors is already out there that next year's WrestleMania, if it goes down in LA where it's supposed to go down, it's supposed to be headlining by Randy Orton and Edge for the WWE Championship. Now, to everybody who read this on news, on reports, rumors, wherever, give the fans a little swerve because, let's say, SummerSlam, I was watching the WWE Network, Monday Night Raw, maybe last week, where they were leading to SummerSlam, where it was Dolph Ziggler going against Goldberg, and that was the rumors that Goldberg was coming back. He was going against Dolph Ziggler because Dolph Ziggler kept taking shots at Goldberg. But Shawn Michaels was in the middle of the ring at the end of Monday Night Raw with Miz TV, And it would have been awesome if WWE would have threw us a curveball. Now, nothing taken away from Goldberg, who came out there with with a good reaction from the WWE universe, and he have a contract to compete how many times a year? That's all cool. But come on, man. Come on. It would have been great. It would have been Shawn Michaels. So I just say, man, like, swerve us, man. Swerve us. I don't want to see Randy Orton win the WWE championship at SummerSlam. He's going perfect. He is doing perfect. Perfect. Perfect right now. Like perfect. But what else we got? The Fiend taking on Braun Strowman. And we seen how SmackDown ended this past Friday night SmackDown. One of my sisters, she was just like, "Oh my God, why does this look like a movie?" Just the way both of them just laughing towards one another. The Fiend and Braun is just okay, man. Like really, Retribution showed up in the opening match between Big E and John Morrison and interrupted that and have everybody scattered, and then to have that match to go on a little later. So I'm just wondering, who is Retribution? Who is Retribution? But you guys, we're going to talk about who is Retribution and a little bit more. Raw, SmackDown, and wrestling all together coming up here on the 1130 podcast. Talk Pro Wrestling right after this short break.
When it comes to growing your podcast, it's tough to know where to start. That's why Anchor gives podcasters the tools they need to make each episode better than the last. Now, Anchor Analytics includes new stats from Spotify to help you better understand who's listening and what they like about your show. With charts that let you see how far people are making it into each episode and where they're dropping off, you can plan your podcast around the content that performs best. Hover over to see how many people are tuning into specific segments and learn what hooks your audience by comparing the average listening time across multiple episodes. Using anonymized demographic data from Spotify, take a granular look at the age and gender of your listeners to start tailoring your content or targeting new audiences. Track analytics from multiple platforms and Spotify insights. Everything you need to grow your podcast all in one place with Anchor.
Yo, you guys, before we dive right back into the podcast, I want to tell you about listener support. Yo, you guys, listener support helps me out big time with this podcast, such as setting up equipment, getting guests, and etc. You guys, it helps me out big time. So hit the link in the description, you guys. It will help me out. You can support this podcast with a small monthly fee, you guys. Well, it's not a fee, but it's a donation. 99 cents a month, $4.99 a month, $9.99 a month. You guys, hit the link in the description and support the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling, so I can make these sweet episodes just for you. Yo, you guys, welcome back here to the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Thank you guys for joining me, but we're going to jump right back into it. Retribution, man. Who is Retribution? Who is it? Who would you guys would like to see in Retribution will be behind it? That'd be very, very cool. I think at this dying time right now in WWE, I think it will probably be none other that will really captivate everybody, in my opinion. CM Punk. I hate to say it, though. I hate to say it. And at this time, it's a generic answer. It's really a generic answer. It's just like CM Punk. Because everybody wants to see CM Punk back. But if it really is CM Punk, man. Because that's what a lot of fans are clamoring for. They want CM Punk. Even though CM Punk, I said it on the podcast last week, CM Punk joked about it. Of course, he loved joking, poking fun. But I think CM Punk is also, he's just like Austin. He's not going to come back unless it's the right story, the right timing, the right everything. So we'll see CM Punk back. WWE is always never say never. Never say never, though. But yeah, we're going to see who is Retribution, you guys. Also, you guys, Monday night on Raw, man, we seen Raw Underground again. It's pretty interesting. Dolph Ziggler was on Raw Underground this week. I didn't like how we seen Nia Jax appear in Raw Underground. Like, really, baby? Like, like a lot of fans don't like you. I think I'm one that maybe do. So Nia, I don't think you belong in there. And then you're gonna dip out and run. Like, come on, Nia, stay in the rings. You keep doing what you're doing. But Raw Underground, man. You guys, what are you guys' thoughts? My thoughts is just like they need something. They need something. And I don't see Raw Underground going the whole entire third hour, which the third hour is the weakest link of it all, because a lot of fans just tune out. Before the pandemic, I started seeing that, man, once 10:05 hit and they doing something big to kind of like bring in that third hour, but it in a way, when Raw was 2 hours, that would be it. That would be literally it. And after that little 2 hour five to what, like 10:05 mark, that they may go for a commercial break after that and come back, the show be weak. And I was always a big supporter for the 3 hours because Raw, man, was the show live, in your face, hard hitting. Not all the time. Not all the time. But that was my show. And 2 hours just wasn't enough. 9 to 11 just flew by. It just flew by. But Raw Underground, you guys, I'm just giving it a chance. I'm rocking it out. I'm seeing where it's at. And Shane McMahon, I didn't see him coming back at this capacity, though. But hey, you got something to work with. You really do got something to work with. Another thing on Monday Night Raw, we seen my second favorite wrestler. I said it on the podcast, I believe last week. My girl, Mickie James, she back, man. Come on, WWE, utilize her right. She's what, like a 6-time women's champion? She's not a 10, 11-time woman champ like Charlotte, even though Charlotte's the queen and she's good. But come on, you guys. But another thing I think was interesting on Monday Night Raw, we seen the Hurt Business with MVP, of course, Lashley, Shelton, had this story continue with Apollo. And I thought it was very, very interesting. After the match that MVP lost, it was a 6-man tag team match. Apollo had to find, some partners to go at it, and he chose Mustafa Ali and Ricochet and didn't choose Cedric Alexander. So I think that is the setting up for Cedric Alexander to go right into the Hurt Business. I'm really digging the Hurt Business. I'm really digging it. Shelton, he won back the 24/7 championship from R-Truth, but I don't really think it should be MVP going for the U.S. title. I think it should be Bobby. He's kind of like the force of the Hurt Business. So MVP is the mouth. So, but I'm really loving it, and I really appreciate everything. Also, you guys, man, just Monday Night Raw is a long show, you guys. So, man, and to me, it seems like they're slightly coming back with a little bit more action and storytelling, because once the pandemic hit, man, it was horrible, boy. It was horrible. But the end, Randy Orton, you guys, and Shawn Michaels, that promo, pretty cool. But come on, who didn't see Shawn Michaels getting his head punted off? The crazy thing about it is he didn't stay down. That was my thing. So I guess they want everybody or the fans to assume or believe or know that Shawn Michaels is more stronger than the Big Show. Shawn Michaels is more stronger than Edge. Shawn Michaels is more stronger than Christian. And Shawn Michaels is damn near more stronger than Ric Flair. I mean, Ric Flair's last WWE match was against Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 24. So very, very interesting, way to go. So very, very interested because, like I was saying, ThunderDoom, man, it's going to be SmackDown tomorrow night, SummerSlam this Sunday on the WWE Network, and then Monday Night Raw. It's going to be the first Monday Night Raw. It's going to be live this Monday, and I'm so stoked to see how they're going to pull this off. I just want to say shout out to the Amway Center for letting WWE to use you guys' arena, the venue, because man, oh man, the Performance Center was getting a little sick and tired of it. I'll tell you that real quick. It was getting a little sick. So, and the fact they're going to be using Pyros, I think that's a cool thing too. So, yay, Pyros return, you guys. We're going to move on here on the 1130 podcast, you guys. NXT Takeover. No, I did not forget about you. I mentioned it a little bit earlier. It's going up against, I guess 1 hour. It's going up against AEW Dynamite, Saturday Night Dynamite this Saturday. But we have NXT Takeover 30, and it is going to be off the chain, you guys. We got Karrion Kross challenging the NXT champion Keith Lee. He defends his first title defense against Karrion Kross. That's going to be something, you guys. That's going to be something. Oh, you guys, real quick before I dive into NXT TakeOver, you guys, Braun Strowman tomorrow night on SmackDown is supposed to do his thing, come out there, address the Fiend, you guys. Also, you guys, the Lucha House Party will get a SmackDown Championship opportunity against Cesaro and Nakamura. And also, you guys, we will also be seeing Jeff Hardy go one-on-one with AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. They're really trying to kick off ThunderDoom. That's going to be cool. But you guys, back to NXT, you guys, man, that's going to be dope. Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, man. I hope Keith Lee take that because Keith Lee, he ain't losing. He ain't losing. That fireball must, they got him rocking a little bit, but Keith Lee, he going all the way, man. Keith Lee all the way. Also, you guys, Velveteen Dream defeated Finn Balor this week to advance in the tournament. Excuse me, not the tournament. The ladder match for the North American Championship. We got so many guys in there. We got Bronson Reed, Velveteen Dream. Man, who else we got in there? Oh man, I didn't even got it written down right in front of me. But I know it's a bunch of superstars that's in this match. It's going to be nuts. We got Cameron Grimes in there, and it's a 5-man ladder match. I'm missing 2, but it's going to be awesome. In my opinion, it's going to be dope. And I think, without a surprise, it's going to be Cameron Grimes, baby. Cameron Grimes. That's my guy right there. Just a little character. I think it's going to be Cameron Grimes who's going to walk away with that. Also, you guys, we got Dakota Kai going one-on-one with Io Shirai. Dakota Kai been on the road. She really have. We've seen her bodyguard return this past week on NXT, so that's going to be cool, man. I don't know who to choose in that. I think I may, go with Io since she's the badass, and we'll see. We'll see. Also, this past week, you guys, we've seen a very interesting match, but a brutal spot. Also, Johnny Gargano took on Rich Holland. Rich Holland has debuted on NXT last week. Rich Holland came all the way from NXT UK. It's one of the guys we have seen since the pandemic, but had a very good match debuting last week on NXT. But this past week here on NXT, he took on Johnny Gargano, which was a hard-hitting matchup. But the spot Johnny Gargano took, man, was very, very nasty, man. He landed on his head, the neck-ish, but Johnny Gargano won. Oh, Johnny Gargano, he's the other guy. Johnny, that was a last chance match. Johnny Gargano is also in that match too for the North American Championship. So it's going down, man. It is going. Johnny Gargano, Damian Priest, Bronson Reed, Cameron Grimes, Velveteen Dream, in the North American Championship match. It is going down, you guys, this Saturday on the WWE Network. Also, you guys, what's going down is Pat McAfee, you guys, former punter in the NFL. Yeah, yeah, I know. You got these celebrities or football stars come over and, they big fans, Hey, I don't blame you, man. If I was a football or basketball fan and I just knew that, my career was over and I want to try another journey, and I'm not saying, it's for everybody, because it ain't. It really ain't. Because if it was for everybody, then everybody would do it. But my thing is, though, man, Pat McAfee coming over here to WWE after what he did 2 weeks ago to Adam Cole, baby. I thought, man, it's going to be interesting to see, though. But Saturday, Takeover, Adam Cole, baby, taking on Pat McAfee. So that's going to be a very, very interesting match, man. I'm going all the way with my man, Adam Cole, baby. So we're going to see how that play out, you guys. We're going to wrap it up here this week, you guys. Like I was telling you guys, this week's guest, unfortunately, due to some unfortunate circumstances, he was, not, with us this week, you guys. But I will keep you updated into the near future here on the 1130 podcast when he will be back. And he is one half of Capital Vice, you guys, with his tag team partner Money, multiple time tag team champs. So, and also, you guys, if you haven't seen him, he was on the AEW Dark, teaming with his tag team partner and another individual, taking on Jurassic Express. So that was going to be an honor. So, yeah, you guys. So check back in with me and follow the 1130 podcast on all social media platforms, like the 1130 podcast on Facebook. Follow the 1130 podcast on Twitter. Follow the 1130 podcast on Instagram, you guys. Subscribe to the 1130 podcast on YouTube. And you guys, hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode, you guys, man. So, yeah, it's going down, you guys. This is the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. I love wrestling. I really do. I know you guys do too. Thank you joining me here. I appreciate you guys joining me here on the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling this week. It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. I'm